get it, girl. We get it. It's shrinking rapidly. Like nobody could stop me. Hi, we're starting a vlog in my car, which means we're going somewhere. Today's Thursday. It's about 9:15 a.m. It's June 15th. And I am currently headed to Starbucks, actually. I'm gonna get a drink. But then I'm heading to my cousin's house, and from there we are going away to spend the weekend at a cottage. So I'm gonna take you along with me, and we're just gonna have a good time. And we're also, my goal is to get some writing done, get some work done. The iced oat latte, is that good? I can still make the whole place shimmer. I can dance for days and watch you breathe. What is the feeling taking over?
It's a good day to have a good day. So tighten up your laces and be on your way. It's a good time to have a good time. So feel the beat down in your bones and smile. Oh, take your hands and dig deep into your soul. This is for my day ones. Don't forget the ones that made ya. Deep side sweating out flavor. This is for my day ones. Day one. Showed up. Day one before the glow up. Don't need to ask for them show love. Don't need to ask for them show love. Happy birthday to you. Yo quiero que tú bailes, dale sin fallar. Todo mundo, hey, quiero vacilar. Shake it, take it, and I'll throw it right back. Ooh, take it back to when nobody used to know me. Lights down low, I was just chilling with my homies. Now that we're popping, everybody is talking. This is for my day ones. Don't forget the ones that made ya. Deep side sweating out flavor. This is for my day ones. Day one. This is for my day.
Hello, I'm looking a little windblown today. That's because I just came back from walking to the Starbucks. Today is Tuesday, it's June 20th. June is just going by so quickly, time is moving so quickly, and the amount of days that I have left to finish the rest of this draft 3, it's shrinking. It's shrinking rapidly, and I'm just not moving quick enough to keep up with how quickly it's shrinking, you know? So as a quick little recap, I'm not sure how I'm editing this. I don't know if you've already seen the footage, maybe. I think I'll probably put the footage first and then I'll talk about it. But I went to a cottage with my cousins for 4 days, and it was lovely. It was so good. Like, it just felt so good. First of all, to just spend that much time with my cousins, because we've always been close. Growing up, we spent a lot of time together because our families, you know, would spend a lot of time together. But, you know, as we grew older, we don't spend as much time together. Because of all of our jobs and responsibilities and stuff, we don't often get a lot of time to hang out. It's hard to get everyone's schedule to kind of match up so that we can spend a day or, you know, a weekend or something together. But we did it. It was my cousin's birthday and we went to a cottage to celebrate that. One goal I had for the weekend, outside of, you know, spending quality time with my cousins and, you know, hanging out, doing all that stuff, I wanted to work on Ben and do any secret project work that I could. And I'm happy to say that I did that. I feel like I managed my time pretty well at the cottage. I didn't get as much reading done as I wanted to. I think I read a little bit like the first day, but that's about it. However, I made some really good progress with secret project stuff, and I basically finished a chapter of Ben. I wanted to finish 3 chapters of Ben. That was pretty ambitious. Technically, I finished it like on the drive home in the car on my phone. But that's okay, it still counts. So let's do some math. I have 17 chapters left and 27 days. Technically, I can give myself up to like a week of extra days, but I'm gonna try to not do that. So that means I need to finish a chapter every day and a half. I don't know why I feel like that's so doable. Like, I don't know where this like false sense of confidence is coming from. My track record with deadlines and meeting deadlines is pretty bad. Like, I don't know why I think like, I'm like, no, I could totally do that. It's because I'm thinking the revisions for the remaining chapters for the most part are gonna be like pretty easy, but they're really not. You know what it is? I think it's because I'm coming sort of more to terms with the fact that this is going to be a bad draft. Like, it's not going to be my best work, and I'm sending it to my CPs knowing that, and I'm comfortable with that, and they're going to help me with that. Like, that's the reason I'm sending it to them. So I think I just don't have this like pressure to get each chapter perfectly right, even though I'm revising as if I need to get things perfectly right, because it's taking me a while to get through these chapters because the dialogue, oh my god, dialogue is an important part, okay? And so while I was at the cottage, I worked on chapter 9, and it definitely took me a while to get the dialogue right in that, but I also like added more conversation. Essentially what happened in chapter 9, this is a little bit, I'm feeling, I can't drink coffee, dude. I shouldn't. Why do I do this to myself? Anyway, so chapter 9 in the second draft, there's a scene in it that takes place at a karaoke bar. And like, it's kind of a fun scene. I just, in the draft that I had, it felt like it wasn't enough. Like, there was like I get it. I get why I did it, and I like it, but it just didn't feel like there was enough to justify keeping it in the draft. So my goal in the revision of this chapter was to add a little bit more to the scene to make it feel like it's really earned its place in the manuscript. So right now I feel a bit better about it. It's still a scene that I'm not sure about. I have a lot of questions for my CPs about that scene, essentially. I don't know that it's like as good as I think it is, or like as necessary as I think it is. So I don't know, I really want to know what my CPs think about that scene and whether it's necessary. But yeah, mostly what I feel like I've been doing in this third draft revisions is making the dialogue better. Adding more dialogue where I need it and just making it not as repetitive, because there was a huge issue with like repetitive dialogue. I think it was chapter 7. I think I mentioned it in my last vlog. The characters just keep talking about the same thing over and over again. Especially one character. She just keeps like, she's like a broken record. Hello? Okay. We get it, girl. We get it. Anyway, today I've already finished editing and uploading and posting a YouTube video, so I feel really good about that. I felt really bad about being pretty MIA the last week. It's just, June's been busy, okay? June's been a little busy for me. That's why it's moving so quickly. I have a friend coming over a little bit later in the evening, but until then, I'm gonna do a little bit of cleaning and tidying, and then a whole bunch of Ben work and video editing. I've been mentioning this for a while, but I have so much video editing to do. I have really long videos coming out soon. I might need to like break one of the videos up into 2 shorter videos, because I don't know. Let me know what do you guys think about me posting a video that's like 50 minutes. It might even be more than that. I don't even know. I'm gonna get it as short as possible, but it might be upwards of an hour. Like it's just, it feels so long. It's not about writing. It's my declutter video. It's like my kind of getting my life together, declutter, deep clean series video. But I also feel like breaking it up into 2 videos is like, that's dramatic. I'm also working on the edit for my bookshelf and like book declutter stuff. And that one's pretty long as well. So you're welcome for the super long content. So yeah, that's what's going on currently. I don't know. I'm going to take a look. I don't think I'm ready to go to zero drafting those new scenes. So I'm gonna hold off a little bit longer. I might just go to chapter 10, but I kind of want to look at like the later chapters. I don't know, maybe I want to bounce around. I'm so like, I know I said I wanted to do it chronologically, but maybe I don't. I'm gonna take a look at chapter 10, see how I feel. If not, I'll take a look at some other chapters. I think maybe just working on the shortest ones will be the most helpful at this point. I'll be able to check more off quicker, and that might help with like momentum and stuff. So I'm gonna take a look through the draft and see which are kind of the shortest, and then work on those. But first I gotta do some cleaning and tidying up, so I'll update you a little bit later when I'm working on Ben. Hello. I have my camera on a different setting currently, so I'm gonna test it out. So it's a little bit later. It's about 5:30 right now. I have finished kind of cleaning and tidying up the apartment. My back hurts. I'm a little hungry, but I'm about to sit down and get to work. I think right now I'm gonna go through and pick which chapter I'm gonna edit a Ben next. I'm thinking maybe chapter 10. I think that's the next one, technically chronologically, not including chapters 4 and 5, which I'm just kind of avoiding until I'm ready. I don't even know what happens in chapter 10. Oh yeah, chapter 10 has another scene that feels like it's gonna be one of those kill your darlings scenes. I'm gonna do my best in this revision to, add a bit more flavor and necessity to this scene so that I can keep it. But right now, like, it's not to say that it's not just like a filler scene. There is like a little thing. They have this thing that they do, and you'll get it, I promise. If you're watching this in the future, come back, leave a comment. If you know the thing, you'll know. But they have this thing that they do, and this scene is one of the instances where they do the thing that they do. And that's kind of the majority of the chapter. I guess there's 3 scenes, although what is this awkward little, I have a scene break and then it's just 2 sentences, which I don't know. But yeah, this chapter is very short. So, how many words? It's only 2,584 words. I feel like I can get this done, in a half day. I know it might take a little bit long because I am trying to add a little bit more substance to especially this second scene in this chapter. So I think I'm gonna start on this. Definitely the first paragraph. Ugh, bad, dude. Bad. It's terrible. You know what? I take it back. The first 2 paragraphs, absolute trash. Might just delete entirely. Forget it ever happened. I'm so glad I didn't send draft 2 to CPs. I'm glad.
Looking for changing myself. Taking the easy way out is never gonna take me there. The more that I loosen the grip, the harder it is to forget that I'm the one who keeps me here.
So today's Sunday, it's June 25th. It's almost 1 p.m. It's been a few days since I've vlogged. I've kind of had a, busy, fun, week and a half, almost 2 weeks now. But now it's time for me to kind of ground myself again. I've been feeling very not grounded. I haven't been vlogging, I haven't been video editing. I've done a little bit of work on Ben, and I've done a little bit of work on secret project things, but not nearly enough, okay? I knew that June was going to be kind of a busy month. I had a lot of things going on, so that's fine. And so now that things are sort of calming down, I'm really excited to kind of get back into gear. So a quick update regarding Ben. I'm actually very proud of myself. I managed to revise 2 chapters of Ben yesterday. I mean, technically it was like a chapter and a half. Finishing those 2 chapters of Ben yesterday really just made me feel like I could do anything. It made me feel all powerful. It made me feel untouchable. Like I could do anything and nobody could stop me. So I'm going to continue to ride that high for the rest of June and until essentially my deadline, July 16th, give or take a few days. But it will be cutting into the time that I want to take to reread the draft and go over it one more time before I send it to CPs on August 1st. So my goal for this last week of June is to complete at least 1 chapter a day. I need to go buy groceries because I've been eating like shit lately. I just need to go get some vegetables and some real food that I can eat and just try to replenish my body with some nutrients. I've been living off of guacamole and corn chips and virgin strawberry daiquiris. That's how I've been living the last almost 2 weeks. So I'm gonna go to the grocery store right now and then I will update you a little bit later when I'm working on Ben. I'm realizing that I don't even know how long this vlog is, so I might need to wrap it up soon, but we'll see. Hi, so it's about 2:30 right now and I'm gonna get started on some Ben work. So just as a recap, I still have not gone and zero drafted the new scenes that I've outlined. I don't know, I have this fear that it's gonna take me a long time to get through and I feel like it's gonna really slow me down, so I want to get the other chapters done first and then I'll go back and zero draft those scenes because they're gonna need a lot of work. So as far as where I'm at in the draft right now, I've completed chapters 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 are still outstanding. I've completed 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and I'm working on 13. I'm skipping 12 because that is a very long chapter. I think it's just under 10,000 words. So I'm gonna hold off on that one right now. I am going to chapter 13. I've technically already started it, and I'm gonna do 14 as well. I'm hoping to get 13 and 14 done today, but at the very least, chapter 13 needs to get done. Chapter 13 is currently 4,377 words. That feels really doable. I want to say I might be able to get that done in 3 hours. I'm hoping faster than that, but we'll see. I don't think a lot has to change. I gotta double check my notes. And then I have chapter 14, which is 4,967 words, and I'm also hoping to get that one done today. So altogether today, I would need to revise 9,344 words to complete both of those chapters. I mean, these 2 chapters are pretty solid in terms of all the stuff that I want in it, is in it as far as I remember. I might need to tweak some dialogue and maybe add some dialogue, but other than that, ooh, you know what? I might be adding some dialogue. I might be adding a whole conversation in chapter 13. Am I? Or am I adding it later? I gotta think about it, but there is a sort of conversation that I want to add to the book that I want my 2 main characters to have, and I'm trying to figure out where is the best place to put it, because then I also gotta add a little bit of a throwback to that conversation later on in the book, so I gotta figure it out. But right now I'm gonna get into my first little writing session. Should I do half-hour sprints? I've been enjoying the half-hour sprints. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Here we go. We're moving.
It's too late now to turn around and back again. I made my bed and now I lay my head in it. And I'm sorry I'm not perfect, but I knew that I wouldn't be.
So believe it or not, it's 4:30 right now. I've essentially been working on Ben for the last 2 hours. I didn't do any get up and walk around breaks. I just kept working. And I'm still only 850 words into chapter 13. There's definitely a little bit of line level things going on. That's why it's taking me so long. But There's also, I need to add a bit of conversation. There's just something about this chapter that's not quite working for like in this first scene especially. I think the other scenes in the chapter are okay, but there's something about this first scene that I'm really having to rework. It's not feeling right, so it's taking me a little while. I'm thinking today might be a single chapter day. I will get chapter 13 done. I will. But yeah, chapter 13 is definitely taking a bit longer. I'm liking like the way that I've changed it so far, but it still just doesn't feel, it feels better, but it doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel exactly right, which is okay, you know? I know that that's okay, and I'm okay with my CPs reading it in this state. It's a little bit frustrating when like, you know, you kind of like know the vibe, but you can't quite put it onto the page. So it's gonna take a little bit more finessing, but I'm gonna get this chapter to a good enough place for this draft, and I'm gonna move on, okay? We are moving on. Okay, so I'm gonna make some food now, and then I'll check in, hopefully, when I'm done chapter 13. It might be late, but I'll let you know when I finish it. Okay, so it's a little bit later. It's 9:25 p.m. I just got home. I took a little break and I went to go see my parents. I am almost done with chapter 13. I have about like 670 words or something to go through. I think it's like the last bit of the last scene of chapter 13. This light is so bright right now, I can't. The plan for the rest of the evening is I'm going to finish off this chapter. I'm very close. I did add a bit of dialogue. There were more changes than I thought. And I'm still not entirely happy with this chapter currently, but it is better than it was, and I think it's like at a place where I'm comfortable sending it to my CPs the way that it is. So I'm just gonna finish it off. I'm hoping that doesn't take me longer than like 45 minutes, half hour. There's something about this draft of Ben that I wanted to kind of talk about, but I think I'm gonna save that for the next video because I feel like this video is getting very, very long. So yeah, I'll give you a quick update tomorrow and let you know how the rest of chapter 13 went and where I'm at. I'm gonna turn this bright light off because it's painful. Good morning. So it is Monday, it's June 26th. It's a little bit after 9:30. I'm just about to start my day. I have a lot of stuff to do today, so I wanted to come on here and just kind of close off this vlog. Yesterday I did manage to finish chapter 13. I completed my goal of at least 1 chapter revision, so I'm feeling good about that. I really did want to get 2 chapters done today, but I might only be able to manage the 1. So I also really need to bring my car to the mechanic because she's not okay. She is suffering and it's so hard for me. Like it hurts me to like turn my car on and drive around because like I just feel the pain that my car is in. So I gotta take her to the doctor and see what's going on. Today the main goals are clean my apartment, finish revising chapter 14 of Ben, do my live stream, and video edit. Oh my god. As far as a reading update, I wanted to have this book done by the end of June. This is where I'm at. This is how far in I am. 19 pages in. I have not made time for reading this month. Reading has taken a little bit of a backseat, but it's okay. There's always July, okay? July's gonna be a little bit of a busy month, but not quite as busy as June. So I will be getting some reading done, and I'll also be finishing draft 3 of Ben, which is very exciting. So yeah, that's about it. Let me know how you're doing. Let me know what you're reading. Let me know how your writing is going. Let me know what you're watching. Let me know all the things. Thank you so much for watching, and if you got to the end of this video, comment down below, stay gold, because you are gold. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one.